Hi everybody, this is Kathleen Baber with Apricot Tree Planning, and I'm coming at you today with a quick flip through for the month of June and a plan with me for this week, which is, oh gosh, July 10th through the 17th. Holy moly, this summer is flying by. So this was my monthly view of June, and I used some bits and pieces from leftover kits, a lot of the little strawberries, because I always think of strawberries in June. So thought this turned out really cute. My daughter had a music camp this week. I do really like turning these half boxes on their side. They work really nicely for popping some things off the page, and just had some fun with some washi. And then the next week was Memorial Day, and so I used my Oseiken UC kit here, and went a little lighter on the kit, just used a couple of full boxes because I knew I wanted to use it for 4th of July as well. But it still had a really cute patriotic theme and was just kind of open. Pulled in a little washi from from my stash. And as you can see, I am such a failure at getting these side bits done, but other than that, I really do like it. So there we go. And then this is How Does Your Garden Grow?, which I think is a very sweet theme. I really enjoy it. Didn't even bother trying to do the side part here. We did have company this whole week, so honestly, I was not much into my planner. We were just kind of running around and doing fun things. And then, let me take this little guy off. This week I did a tropical theme, and I used part of my Tropical Fun Kit. And again, failed here. But this is a really sweet one, and this one I brought in other washi from my stash and just used a little bit of it so that it wouldn't look exactly the same when I use the rest of it. I find that especially if I take 1 week where I use the flags and then another week where I use the full boxes, it just really gives it a very different feel. But I'm still just loving these little wave boxes. They're so cute, and those are available in the shop separately if you're looking for some cute waves for, say, swim team or swim lessons, or you're going to the beach for a week and you want to jot down which days you're going to be in the sand. And then this was a week where I used the summer strawberry kit, and I put all the to-dos at the bottom, which was kind of fun because generally I do all the to-dos at the top. But I love these little lacy guys, and I used some of the time diamonds. But I think the lacy guys are really, really cute, and I have those in the shop as a separate item as well, and you can get them in a rainbow or blues or greens or pinks. But I think that turned out really sweet. Really, really sweet. And then this was week before last. And this one I went back to just kind of pulling some things out of my stash and using up some bits and bobs of other little kits that I had laying around. So you see some of the elements from the strawberry theme in here. But this was like my daughter's birthday, and I just used some scrapbook paper to mark out the whole day. This was scrapbook paper. This was a sticker from Carpe Diem. This was one of the scrapbook paper pages that I just cut out the tag and used it for journaling about my baby turning 16. And then again, I kind of like this color scheme. It's pink, but it's not the bright pink, which is a little more along my lines. And then all of a sudden we're into July, and yeah, I'm terrible. I never get these currently pages done anymore. And this is kind of what my monthly spread looked like there. And I really like it. I like the decoration that comes in this particular planner. This is the Hello 2017, and it's a seasonal planner, which fits my style very well because I love seasonal planning. But we have lots of things that are multi-day events this month, so getting to use the washi this way was very fun. So, and this is the week that we're going to be planning for, and as you can see, I have my husband's finishing up his vacation time, and then I'm off to a youth conference. So that'll be fun to plan for. And then this was the 4th of July, and I did a plan with me on this, and at least I think I did. We had a big kitchen project that we did this week, and it'd be really great if I printed up some pictures and threw them in here, because we didn't have a ton of individual to-dos, but lots and lots of scraping wallpaper and prepping walls and painting. I mostly helped with the painting, I'll admit. My husband did a huge amount of this work himself while I ran the kid all over the place. So mostly these top two were all the running. And I am kind of liking the to-dos on the bottom. Generally I do them on the top, but I don't know what I'm going to do for this week yet, so we'll see. And that takes us to this week, which is the 10th through the 16th. I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys out of the planner. I've done a little pre-planning on a sheet of paper so that I don't forget what we're doing, which I commonly do. So I used one of these little notepads from, I think I got this one at Michael's, but sometimes they're at Target too, and they do kind of help. And I generally put a lot of stickies in my planner as well, which also help. So this week I'm going to use, again, a kit from my shop, because I've determined that I will use all the kits in my shop at one point or another. And this one's called Mediterranean Lemon, and it has a very cute summery feel to it. So these are our half boxes, full boxes, and some scallop boxes. This one says La Bella Vita, which means the beautiful life. And then there's our second sheet. And my husband and I were stationed in Italy for 4 years, so I really enjoy this kind of Mediterranean feel. There's our bottom washi, and I also pulled some other washi that I have. This one you'll recognize from that monthly view, and then this one I thought were a really good match. Just probably to mark like those multi-day events and help with the weekend banner. And here's the pretty full box checklist. I haven't decided if I'm using those or I might use these, but I'll probably use the full boxes. And there's the second sheet of that, and I just kind of did a different shape for some of the appointment boxes. It's just kind of fun to change things up. And then there's our page with our little 3 check boxes, our icons, pretty weekend banner. And then we've got our headers and deco, and the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday box. So I might save that one. I really do like to stretch these things out to where I use them more than 1 week. So this worked out kind of nice because this has this cute blue stripe that's really going to help us out with our theme. So I think the first thing I'll do is I will go ahead and put down the bottom washi, the full boxes, and probably the headers. And then I'll be back with you. contemplating is that starting on Wednesday, I have a youth conference that goes through Saturday, which means that I don't have as many like daily to-dos. You know, it's going to be really driven by the conference. So I'm trying to decide. I think what I'm going to do, this is going to cover that up nicely. Sorry, can't seem to talk and think at the same time. Bad combination. So I think what I'm going to do is I might go ahead and use like this. Now I'm going to use this to mark the youth conference. But I may go ahead and just do the to-do headers across here. And since I've got 4 of these little 3 check boxes, that'd probably really work well for this. And I think what I'll do is I might just put them to the bottom, and that'll give me more journaling room throughout the week to, you know, go back and kind of reminisce about what we see and do and learn through the youth conference. So I think that'll work really nice. And I might put this here just as a cover up for that part. Okay. Thanks for helping me work that out. Sometimes you really do have to talk to yourself out loud. You sound like a nutter, but hey, that's all right. We are all just a little bit crazy. So I stayed up last night really late, which was maybe not the best idea going into this conference because we're with the teenagers who love to stay up late anyway. But anyway, I was reorganizing the shop a little bit, broke off some of my listings so that they weren't all jumbled together, you know, where you go on and you find a listing you like, but you're not sure it comes in your planner size. So now everything's kind of separated out, which is great, but means a little more work on my end when I'm putting up new listings. And but that's okay. I mean, I want the shop to be as user-friendly as possible. But I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to be well rested before going on this conference. And so my husband got up early because this is his last day of vacation. And he is not a sleeper inner. He is a worker. He is an early riser and he likes to get up and get to work. So he woke me to say he was heading out to get a haircut, which he badly needed. So I thought, well, let me get up and get this plan with me filmed because I'll need to take a nap later in the afternoon because I have newspapers that I will do tonight. I just do a weekly route, and I used to do a store route on Wednesday, but I did give that up. This is the first week I won't do it since, gosh, October, November time frame. So I'm really excited not to be doing it because it just frees me up a little more than I was before. But anyway, it's going to be a change, and I've decided that makes me super happy because it means getting to spend more time doing the apricot tree planting thing, which honestly is my favorite thing in the world. I know that sounds crazy, but it is frustrating to me not to get to do this work because I absolutely enjoy it so much. There we go. Now I'm not going to worry about date covers. I mean, I have them, but I don't mind that red. it's not going to bother me. And I'm not a huge date cover person, and I believe I made these kind of dark, which I really do not enjoy dark date covers. So that was definitely a learning curve for me to figure out what I like and what I think works best. And hopefully, I mean, I just feel like I've learned so much just in the months that I've had this shop open, as far as what I like as far as design and formatting. I'm going to take some feedback from one of the other YouTubers that I sent some stickers to, and get my half boxes in the Erin Condren size just a little bit smaller. They're a little big for that format, and in the past I've just kind of used the same size across the two, Happy Planner and Erin Condren, and I don't want to throw anybody off in their Erin Condren, so I'm going to be changing that up for future kits. I may even go back and change it in retrospect, but sometimes it's just easier to say, okay, going forward. Sometimes that makes a better deal than trying to retrofit something. So, okay, this is looking cute, and I'm really liking it. So I think maybe what I'll do here, I'm gonna cover this header here. Oh my goodness, I love this washi. So cute, it almost looks like little smiley faces. Which is really cheery, and I like that. It's a happy planner, not a dull and gloomy planner, even when life is kind of dull and gloomy. Okay. And then I'm going to do this one here to mark the start of youth conference. Okay, so I'm in love with blue and white. It is one of, and has always been one of my favorite color combinations. And so we were doing this kind of cosmetic remodel of our kitchen. I mean, we didn't tear out cabinets or anything like that. We did move a cabinet, which was a huge undertaking and big payoff. We are so happy we did it. But my color scheme turned out to be navy blue, white, and gray. And it was going from this kind of tan, this kind of creamy peach color with this big floral wallpaper. So it's like such, I don't know, such a breath of fresh air, really, to have this pretty clean and bright. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put more washi down, like underneath, to mark the, you know, kind of band this. Maybe. I think that would be kind of cool. And then put this down. Let me see. Anyway, so we got a bunch of samples, yeah, from Lowe's when we were buying the paint. And the nice part was we did get it over 4th of July weekend, so we got a good deal as far as a nice rebate to send in. Now we just have to send it in. So we got this cute, so we got several of the blues, and the blue was tricky because I wanted to do dark blue cabinets because they were dark brown, and usually my tendency would go with white, but I wanted to kind of make it more modern, even though like all my decor is really country, but I wanted to make it a little more modern. And I'll put some pictures in so you guys can see how it turned out. But we get this blue paint and we're starting to paint it, and I'm like, did we choose the right one? Because we kind of get swayed by the names of the paints. I know, that's so dumb, but we do. That's how we are. And yeah, so it was kind of funny. We definitely chose this one, the blue, based on its name. It was called Salty Dog, and we have a beagle, and she can be quite salty. And, okay, so Monday was yesterday. I hate having to plan in reverse. Because, truthfully, it drives me crazy calling that planning. Because if it's in the past, it's not a plan. It's a journal. Sorry, but that is a semantics thing that drives me insane within the planning community. I'm going to use this green one. But this was... I had two kind of big things that I did yesterday. One was I caught up all the finances. And the other was I worked on the shop a lot. So I think I'll just make it a total green day. There we go. And then let's see. So anyway, we're getting into this blue paint and we pop it open and we're putting it on. And it's of course brighter than what the final result is going to be, and which is a little scary. I'll go ahead and put down a couple habit trackers because I am working on a few things, even though I won't fill out the whole sidebar because I'm not going to be here for a great deal of the meals, and it's kind of survivor mode for the husband and daughter. But they actually are enjoying getting to pick out some convenience meals that'll get purchased today. And this blue paint doesn't look like a Salty Dog. We were laughing because I was just like, I think this might be Cookie Monster blue, not navy blue. And then we started singing, "C is for cookie." And it was just really fun. Especially when you're doing this like later in the evening and you're already kind of punchy. We just had a good time. So, glad to say that project is over. Glad to say it was really, really successful. I'm in love with it. I walk into my kitchen and I just beam with happiness. Go ahead and put down this guy for the plan with me, and I'm going to put down this guy because I have to go pick up papers later. And I have this sheet of little teeny tiny papers. And I got my first order for somebody else who also does papers. So I'm going to get that out to them today. They really are fun to use without having to write it over and over again. And let's see, what else do I need to put down for today? Kind of in the to-dos, I have to put down a few things. And then tomorrow is the start of the trip. So I think what I'll do here is I might just do this guy like this. One thing I really enjoy about doing the full boxes in a pattern is that you don't lose the functionality of the whole box. Whereas like with this, I really don't want to cover it up. But I don't mind covering up part of this because you still have the impact. So that's one thing that I've kind of learned along the way is what I like and don't like about using that sort of thing. Okay, and I'm just going to use a little piece of washi to mark, well, yeah, that I don't have Young Women's tonight because of youth conference. And then I also need to mark, do I want to do another scallop? Let's see. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll go ahead and use this kind of tan one. And this is going to be kind of the block of time where I deliver the papers. Now, I might deliver the papers at dark 30 tomorrow morning, and like from midnight to 3. Then I could come home and I could still sleep for about 4 hours. When I do that sort of thing, what I end up doing is I take a melatonin, a pretty powerful melatonin, and I sleep. I go to bed around 8 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I may just deliver at 8 o'clock, which is early for me because it's still light out and there's still a lot of cars out and about, which makes it go a little slower. So I'm in a little bit of a quandary because I don't want to be super, super, super tired for the morning, but I'm going to be super, super tired. Plus I have to drive all day. So we'll see how it goes. So I think I'm going to use one of these little cars and one of these little washi strips to mark what time we have to. Oh, that one's too close to the other color. I'm going to use the green one. So this is our meetup time. And then I know we're going to make a stop along the way. Maybe I'll use some half boxes here. We're going to go to Kirtland. And we're going to go to Whitmer Farm, which I think I'll just put a small one here for that. Because that's going to be kind of just a little side jaunt. And then Thursday, we do a service project. And then we do some stuff in groups. Oh, that's the same color at the top again. And I can't really remember what we're doing in the groups after. I think we just do some running around. And that night's the dance. So I'll mark that there. And I might look at the schedule and see what's going on here, but I think I'll just mark. I think I'm going to use a lot of my little washi, which is nice because this is something that often doesn't get used. For my kits anyway. Or well, for my type of planning, because I like white space, so I don't often use up all of it. I'm going to kind of stack that. Oh, that's green on green. Let's try a blue strip. Okay, great. And then I have reformatted this page. This isn't the exact finished one, but these are actually 2 pages, and they're the LDS family kit. This got changed up, so there's not 9 of them anymore. There's actually 6, and they have a heart. They look really cute. So you have the temple, 12 of those. You have 4 Relief Society activities, a really cute trunk or treat. I really like how that turned out. This one I'm thinking about taking off because honestly, a temple recommend lasts for 2 years, and I don't have a planner that's out for 2 years, and I just got mine renewed. So I'm thinking about taking that off because I don't think it's terribly practical for the type of planning we do. Father-son camp out usually happens once a year. Award Christmas party. This one's kind of a really good size for putting on the monthly. And then visiting teaching, and you could write the time in the little wreath. And I thought that turned out really sweet. So that's going to be up in the shop. I don't know when. Next week, maybe. Probably not today. But anyhow, so Friday morning, we go to the temple in Palmyra. So I didn't tell you guys where we're going. Our youth trip, our youth conference this year is to Palmyra, New York, which is the home of Joseph Smith and his family. And some really important things happened there in our church history. And every year they do a really cool pageant that is about the Book of Mormon. So it's a big deal to us who are LDS, and it is really, really cool and fun, and brings a lot of people to the area. I'm just going to plunk this one in here for the pageant that evening. Actually, yeah, I think so. I could go down in here with it, but I think I'm just going to leave it right there. And then Saturday we head back, so I think I'm just going to put this guy here. And on our way back, we're going to stop at Niagara Falls, and I have never been there. So I've been to pageant a couple of times, and it is very cool. They said they've made some changes, so I'm excited to see if I can spot what those are. And alrighty, let me see if I've got this right. Service project, then we're into groups, and then we have the dance, and then we have dress rehearsal if we want to go to that. Temple, fireside pageant, Niagara home. Oh, the only thing I was going to put down for Sunday, and it's my favorite thing. Now, I don't generally do dark colors where you want to write, but I am for this, because I want to take a nap on Sunday, because I plan to be, and I know I will be, exhausted. Because it's a lot of... And then we've got church that morning, so... So these are really cute church stickers that... Oh, let me make sure I don't have a church in the deco. I do have a church in the deco. Okay, so let me use this little guy. And I'm going to layer it on, I think, this green one. Or actually, let me use this green one. Like I said, I don't have any early morning meetings that Sunday. Since the bishop is going with us, I think that any early morning meetings would have been canceled regardless. There we go. Church. And this is going to be relax. And hopefully I'll get some journaling time in here. There's going to be lots of things where the kids are doing their own stuff. And I'll maybe get to... I'm taking my traveler's notebook with me, which I have been really enjoying, just kind of using for reflection and stuff on Sundays, especially writing down things that the speakers say, and kind of doing like a doodle notes. I'm going to put this little sunbonnet like you're snoozing on a hammock. Ooh, and I'm going to use this cute little straw one here because I have to finish putting together my bag. Cute. Okay. So anyhow, and then I think I want something, I think I'm going to use this exclamation point for pageant, and I'm going to use the balloons for the dance. Oh my goodness, when I was in Young Women's, which is for our church, it's the 12 to 18-year-old years, I loved the dances. And my girlfriend and I, we had all our little countdowns to the dances and our little monthly calendars. We had the little ones that fold out and had kind of 2 years of monthly views, and we just loved it. Okay, so outside of, let's see, I think I'll go ahead and put this one last blue in here, because we might get to go to the dress rehearsal after the dance. I don't think that that's a for sure thing, and it really depends on your group if you're going. But I'm kind of hoping we get to, because it'll be a chance to see the pageant more than once, and to get to see it kind of in a smaller, more intimate setting instead of with the 5,000 other people who are going to be there. Alrighty. I feel like I have to nudge that over. That's really kind of bugging me. Ugh, it's just a line. Leave it alone. I think that outside of writing everything in, that is everything for this one. I know this looks really, really bare, and it is. Let's face it, it is. But here's what I have left, and what I might still pop in a few things, but I still have 4 full check boxes, and those will work really well. Oh, I wanted to explain something. So on these, because these are for Happy Planner, I left kind of a top bit here. And so if you balance them on the bottom, then you have this little spot to put that header, and it doesn't have to be quite at the top. And I kind of really love that. When you buy it on the Erin Condren, you don't have that same space, and you lose one of the slots. So that's kind of a little bit of a difference there. Okay, so I have a couple of the little washi left. I may use, oh, that is really, really crooked. That's kind of driving me nuts. I may use one of them to kind of cover up some of the spots that have the stars here. Just kind of fill in the whole thing. I also have, ooh, listen to that rip. All because I'm being OCD about something that doesn't need to be OCD. There, that's a bit straighter, not a ton straighter. Oh, you know what, it's crooked. It's this to do that's crooked. Isn't it funny how, and I know you're looking at it on the screen going, just leave it alone, stop. There. I know when I first started watching these, I'm like, why are they moving that? I don't understand. And now I'm just like, ah. So, okay. Yeah, so I may put something there. I may even just put down a couple of little, I used almost everything here. So I do have 2 half boxes that I could stick there. So I may just do that. Just because those blue stars are kind of bugging me. And who knows, something will come up. I know I'll have to unpack and get ready for the next week. So the crazy part is, is that we go to girls' camp the very next week. And it really couldn't be helped, but it does make things really, 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 really crazy. One of the other ladies in our ward who's going with me, she's going to girls' camp, and I just feel for her because I know I'm going to come home and be so tired. And she's going to come home and be so tired. And she's our camp director, so she's going to be running around. I'm the Young Women's President, so I know I'll be doing some running around, but the girls turn around and go on Tuesday. And so it is going to make it just another really busy week. Now, I'm not going to camp for the whole week. I'm going to go up just for one day. But I am driving them up on Tuesday. And that'll be crazy enough. Okay, I like that. I like that that's covered now. So, and I think I'll go ahead and put this one other little patterned one. Where is it? Here on Saturday, just to kind of cover up those stars as well. Don't know what I'll use that for. I can use one for Niagara and one for the drive, because we're going to get home pretty late. And this will be my yay, we're home sticker. Okay, so for somebody who likes white space, this doesn't have a ton of white space, but it has a little. So I like it. I like it quite a lot. These are happy colors to me, and I really kind of like this olivey green in with it because it does speak Tuscany to me. Alright guys, I'm going to do some filling in with the pen, and then I'll be back to show you the final shot, and I'll see you in a minute. Decided that I'll go ahead and film this part because I am going to put some other icons and stuff in. So I'm going to use this last little green strip and this little green money guy to mark that I did finances. Gee, I haven't used this pen for a while. And then this one, with this cute little star. I never used the icons much until recently, and I really have come to enjoy them. And I think part of it is I finally just beefed up what I had, which makes a big difference. So, and this was, I just write ATP for apricot tree planning. See, even I don't know if it's apricot or apricot. I usually just say apricot. So I did some orders, and I did a bunch of shop reorganization. Okay, this is the plan with me that we're doing right now. Now I use another planner. I have a Happy Planner Big that I use for a lot more detail when I get to spend more time. These couple weeks it's been kind of hit and miss how much time I can spend in the shop. But I really love it for going into detail and writing down lots of ideas and stuff like that. Okay, so one of the things I did yesterday was I got out a MailChimp with reminders. For youth conference. And one thing I still need to do is I need to do a MailChimp for our ward swimming party. Okay, and I emailed drivers. Okay, so this is going to be picking up, I think, about 2 p.m. And this is, no, wait a minute. And this is deliver. Time to be determined. I think it's going to be 8 o'clock. From like 8 to 11:30. And then sleep like a baby. Okay. Finish packing. And we need to go to Aldi's. And let's see, I think I've told you guys, I had such a bad old school way of thinking about Aldi's for so long, and now I'm so in love with that store. Okay, I think that's everything for Tuesday. Really, it's just about finishing up. Oh, I do have an order to do. Okay, so that I can have a clean slate on the trip. Yes, my shop is really small, and I can say I have one order to do. I'm hoping that that changes to where I'm like so busy that I'm like crazy trying to get things out all the time, but not yet. We are still small. My daughter's gonna start helping me do some things, like helping package orders and stuff, and she's really excited to earn some money. And I'll be really excited to be paying her something when, and have it kind of help me, you know, be able to spend more time doing the parts that I love, which is the designing. I use that cute little flag. Help mark. This is travel. Kirtland stop. And then we're going to go ahead and put this little guy for Whitmer Farm. Trying to be cute with my handwriting. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes not so much. Okay. That wasn't how I was going to do that, but that is how that's on there now. Alrighty. Oh, I need to do this. Phone numbers programmed. For me and all the drivers. Okay, and then this is service projects, and this is group activities, and this is the dance, and this is tentative dress rehearsal. And then this is fireside, group pick, pageant. And then this is Niagara Falls. Okay, so I have something so embarrassing to relate here. I was completely unaware I love maps, and I look at maps all the time, but I had no idea. So I'm looking at the map, and we're going to be here near Palmyra, and here's Niagara Falls, and it's on the edge of the lake and stuff. And I knew that Niagara Falls bordered with Canada, and one side's Canada, one side's New York. And I'm looking at this Google map, and I'm like, Detroit? How's Detroit right here? And I'm seeing this whole little peninsula of Canada that you could drive across and go from Detroit to New York. And I'm like, holy moly, I never even realized. To me, it was kind of all one big Great Lake, and all of Michigan is kind of, you know, out there by itself, and I never really looked at that there was stuff that came down from Canada there, that you could actually drive to New York without going through Ohio and Pennsylvania. How dumb. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that kind of blew my mind yesterday. Silly, I know. Okay, and this is going to be nap time. I didn't write that very cute at all. I have to redo that. Stick a sticker on it and try again. There, not so bad now. All right, and then I'm gonna leave these guys kind of open to put some things in as time progresses. I hope my head was not in the middle of this too much, because my hair needs brushed, and oh gosh, I might have to do some heavy duty editing. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. This is my week, and I think it turned out really cute, and I really like it. And please like and subscribe, and come check out Apricot Tree Planning to see if there's anything cute that we have in our shop that would be beautiful for you to use in your planners. Thanks.